your right hand and repeat after me. I, Serge Dedina,
I, Serge Dedina,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
that I will and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
that I'm about to enter.
Well, thank you.
Probably. It's not for me.
You know,
Hey,
thank God my
Michelle.
grandma came, decided that Europe wasn't a good place for my dad's Jewish family to be, and came to America in 1939. And, you know, I inherited from my dad and my mother, who was also an immigrant, who was raised in World War II London and got bombed by the Germans, that you never stop moving forward. You never stop moving forward. And so I couldn't have done anything in my life without the amazing push that my immigrant parents gave me, and the learning that I learned to do it without any money, without just with the grit that you have and the support of your love of your family and of course your friends. And when we arrived here in 1971 IB, we really, when I was 7, we found our home. And one of the lessons that I learned from my mom and dad was that you never stop helping your neighbors. You never stop being involved in the community. You never stop making a difference. And so thank you, Dad. I love you very much.
Thank you.
And I know Mom would be very, very proud of you.
She is proud of you.
I want to thank my wife, Emily Young. You know, we're in a very active household. When my kids were here and my boys are doing finals week at UCLA and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo right now, so they'd be here. But and Daniel, my youngest son, read the oath of office last time. You know, we're a very loud family. We live on Donix Avenue, and we compete with other surf families to see who'd be the loudest. But I couldn't do anything without the love and support of Emily, who was raised in an elected official household. Her mom was a legendary legislator in Wisconsin, Rebecca Young. And so Emily was really one of my tutors in how to campaign, and really, I couldn't have done this without you, so thank you so much. Yeah, it's a lot of fun when we do this. So anyway, and then I want to thank each and every one of my supporters and campaign team, really for volunteering and walking all over IB. And many of you are here tonight, but I just want to just acknowledge the Madrina of Imperial Beach,
Yes,
Josie Hamada. Many bosses, but Josie, we have so much fun walking together. She's in way better shape than I am. So thank you, Josie and Steve. I really appreciate all your help. And everybody knows who they are and the difference that they made. But, you know, Greg Cox told me this: there's nothing better than being the mayor of the town that you grew up in. And it's been an immense pleasure to be the mayor of Imperial Beach over the last 4 years. But I can't tell you how excited I am about the next 4 years. And I want to thank each and every one of the city staff. You know, Lori did call it. It's a tight team. It's an amazing team. We saw the best of you guys tonight, but also yesterday when we all came together immediately, without question, to do the right thing in the Tijuana River Valley. I'm going to thank each and every one of my council colleagues. Lori, thank you. Ed, thank you. Bobby, we've known each other since we were kids. Thank you. Mark, thank you. And then finally, of course, to our city manager and team leader, thank you, Andy. It's a pleasure. It's been a great pleasure to get to know you and work with you. But we just have an amazing city staff, and the unity and bond that our council have and our city staff have with our community is really impressive. And more importantly, the ability to listen and change course when needed, which I think is and to apologize when things we don't always do the right thing, and I think that's really important. And I'll keep it simple. We're to continue moving forward IB. You know, we need to continue those investments in more street lights, more crosswalks, more sidewalks, more alleys paved. We got some more work to do. We need to continue to make our streets safer. But the city that I grew up in, when I learned how to play guitar back there, and I still play guitar pretty badly, we had a Parks and Rec department. We need a Parks and Rec department back. When I was a kid, every fourth grader in IB got free swimming lessons at Mar Vista Pool. We're getting a new swimming right. There's nothing more important than getting kids outdoors, and we need to make sure that every kid in IB gets free swimming lessons. That's something that we're committed to, and we're going to get that pool built at Mar Vista High School. We have a senior center, and God bless our seniors. They thrive in our senior center, but you know what? We've got a design for a new one, and Lori, we'll get it built. We're going to be actively working on that. That's a commitment you have from every council member. And that's more important than ever. And I think it'll be almost like an intergenerational center, which I think we acknowledge. The role, we are so lucky in IB to have our seniors present every day in our lives. It's not enough to have a senior center. It's our seniors and our young people, and everyone is together. And that's something you see in a beach town, in a small beach town. It's so vital for our community. We need a better skate park. And we can't take for granted that IB has to have less than everybody else. We need to have as much as anybody else. And somehow our community has been okay with not having the things that other communities take for granted. And finally, if they think that we've done everything we can on water quality, they have no idea what we have up our sleeves. We are going to be as relentless as humanly possible. We will be a machine to fight for clean water wherever and wherever it takes. In Mexico, in Mexico City, in Tijuana, and Ensenada, in Washington, in Sacramento, here in San Diego, we will call people to accountability because it is not right for continued violations of Mexican federal law, of United States federal law. It's not okay, Captain Slentz, for your folks to be exposed to water pollution. It's not okay for people who serve our country and are defending our national security, the world's greatest Navy, to be exposed to that pollution. It's not okay for the Border Patrol agents who are working their butts off every day in the Tijuana River Valley to be exposed to toxic waste and sewage. But more importantly, it sure ain't okay for our lifeguards and our residents all over IB to be exposed to that. And we will call them to account, we will continue our court case, and we will never give up our quest to make sure that IB is treated right and fairly, and more importantly, and this is important, all of us know this, that we'll continue to spend the best days and moments of our life at our beach with our friends and family. There's nothing more beautiful, nothing more profoundly important than making sure that every day that we want to go down to the beach and just get together with our families, and you guys know that, right? Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter if your mom's on the beach watching you in the water, dad's on the beach watching you in the water, or you're teaching your kids to surf, or you're just celebrating a birthday or an anniversary, or walking on a pier, holding hands with your life partner. It doesn't get any better than that. We need to continue to enjoy that. So I want to thank each and every one of you for your support, and just let you know, we're going to continue moving forward with a big smile on our faces, and a big abrazo, our arms open, saying everyone's welcome at City Hall, and we can't wait to continue to serve IB. Thank you so much.